Hey guys, Common Sense Outdoorsman here. I'm back in my RV studio, and I wanted to talk about a subject today about outdoor knives. And this is something that Morris Kochanski taught about what type of an outdoor knife or survival knife he liked or he recommended. And if you don't know Morris Kochanski, he has since passed, but he was a Canadian wilderness survival instructor. You can find him on YouTube and other places. And he specialized in the boreal forest, but the man knew how to use a knife. And the one thing he said about the best type of knife to have is a pry bar that works wood really, really well. And Morris would go on and talk about the different aspects of this kind of knife and what it would be like. And I just want to talk about one of the aspects of it. And Morris was right. In my experience, and I have hundreds of knives, and I've used all different kinds of blade shapes, and I agree with Morris. So this is a little bushcraft tip for you. If you want to make those fantastic, nice, fine feather sticks and do other woodworking, this is going to help you out. And so one of the aspects of the blade of the knife was the shape of the knife. And I found this to be true. And what Morris said was that the knife should have a continuous curve from the tip all the way to the hilt. And what he meant by that, and I'm just going to show you some examples. Okay, let's take a look at this knife. And this is a Kershaw, I don't remember the name of it, knife. Sorry about that. But look at the knife shape, okay? That curve of that blade is a continuous curve that goes all the way from the tip all the way to the hilt. It's just a continuous curve. And you'll find in using knives that with a curve like that, and that almost looks like the curve of an ulu knife, that will give you the smoothest, easiest, best feathers when you're feather sticking, okay? So, and it enables you to use the entire length of that blade to feather stick. You can feather stick up at the tip, and when you get tired of that and you move it down in the middle and move it down towards the hilt, that knife blade, because it's that continuous curve, is going to cut the same, and it's going to be very, very smooth, you're going to find, and it's just going to be less tiring for you, and it's just going to work great. So I know different blade shapes work fine, and it's not just about the blade shape, but that's all I'm talking about today. It's also about the grind, thickness of the knife, and other things like that. But I'm just talking about the blade shape. So that's one example. The old Kershaw, I can't remember the name. Here's the Condor Ripper. Same thing. Really like this knife. Look at that blade shape. Sort of pretty close to a continuous curve from tip to towards the hilt. Very good feather sticker. This knife is an excellent feather sticker. Okay, I'm just going to go through some other quick examples. This is the Martini Explorer knife, and you can see that about the same type of a blade shape. Okay, and here's another Martini. This is the Martini Rapala drop point. Okay, again, it gives you that kind of a continuous curve of a blade shape. Very, very good feather sticker. Okay, one more example, close example. This is the American Knife Company Shenandoah knife. I don't believe they make these anymore, but again, you can see the curve of that blade there. And this is a convex grind. This is an excellent feather sticker. Okay. Another example. And here's an example of something that's not a continuous curve from tip to hilt. And now, I'm not saying this is the Schrade, this is a numbered knife, Schrade SCHF 42, but that's a recurve knife. And recurve knives are great. This is a really sharp and well done knife, and it does feather stick just fine. And you may not like recurves. I'm just showing you an example of what is not a continuous curve from the tip to the hilt. This has a recurve in it. Recurve knives to me are good for cutting certain things, and that's a whole nother discussion. And I'll tell you, this knife does feather stick fairly well, so it's not a problem. But you will find in your testing and your trials, you will find that a knife with that continuous curve will be the smoothest, and you're just going to get more full use out of that blade when you're feather sticking, and it's going to work really well. So try it out, okay? Try out a knife with the blade of this type and see if you like it. See if it makes you some nice, easy, fine feathers. I think it will, okay? That's all, guys. I just want to talk about that one point, give you that one tip. That type of a knife, if you're struggling making feathers, and I think I talked about this a little bit in my knife sharpening series that I did a while back, but you'll find that and having a curved blade such as that will help you make smoother, easier, and finer feathers. So give it a try. All right, guys, that's all I got. Common Sense Outdoorsman. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.